What's up, moviegoers? It's Luke Rollins again, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, I'm going to be doing the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie review. So let's get started. Bitten by a radioactive spider in the subway, Brooklyn teenager Miles Morales suddenly develops mysterious powers that transforms him into the one and only Spider-Man. When he meets Peter Parker, he soon realizes that there are many others who share his special, high-flying talents. Miles must now use his newfound skills to battle the evil Kingpin, a hulking madman who can open portals to other universes and pull different versions of Spider-Man into our world. Okay guys, so directors of this movie are Peter Ramsey, Rodney Rothman, and Bob Persichetti. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Okay guys, so I recently saw this movie over the weekend. I've seen this movie multiple times, but I have not yet done a movie review on it. So today I'm going to be doing a review on it, and yeah. Okay guys, so I saw this movie on Saturday, and I gotta say guys, this movie was such a phenomenal and outstanding film to watch. The visuals were just amazing, mind-blowing. Okay guys, so if you're a comic book lover, or if you're like a Marvel fan lover, and you love comic books, and you like reading them, this movie is definitely a movie to watch if you're a fan of either of those things. Now, this movie has a whole bunch of details that I just, found very interesting. If you read a comic book, you see, all of these different words that stand out. For instance, if you punch someone, you get like a word like pow, jab. One of the things I really love about this movie is that trait. Now the story of this movie is just outstanding. Actually watching this movie fully kind of gave me goosebumps because this movie actually felt extremely real. That's how good the visual effects were in this movie. Now, the best part about this movie that I thought standed out more than anything else in this movie was the visual effects in this movie. The visual effects in this movie are just, oh my gosh, guys. This movie, the visual effects were outstanding, fantastic, and actually pretty surprising for an animated film like this. The visual effects were so good that it gave me goosebumps. It actually felt, pretty real. I was just so amazed. In my head, I was like, how in the world did they do this? I did watch, I think a year or two ago. I'm not sure, but there was an award ceremony. This movie did get an award for the best animated film. And yeah. Now, let's talk more about the music in this movie, the soundtrack of this movie. One of the things about watching films is, seeing how the music, reacts with the film. Does it fit in with the film, or does it not? I was actually pretty surprised that the music in this film was so good that I even listened to it today. My favorite song, or the main song in this movie, that Miles Morales, likes. He sings Sunflower by Post Malone, which is one of my favorite songs now after watching this movie. And I just felt like, the music went really well with this movie. Now, the story of this movie is about this villain called Kingpin. I believe he's been in the comics before. In this movie, he's trying to bring back his wife and his son because, they got into a car accident and they died. So he's testing this new, this new machine in this underground, area or space. And he's trying to bring them back to life with this, this machine that's causing all of this, disruption or this disaster, which ends up bringing different Spider-Men into this one universe. We got Spider-Woman starring as Gwen Stacy. You may know her in the comics. Nicolas Cage, he stars as Spider-Man, the Noir. Jake Johnson starring as Spider-Man, who eventually comes into this other alternate, dimension, this alternate universe, his universe. He eventually comes to this universe. And, all of these, Spider-Man are trying to, wonder, what caused this, and how this movie is basically about them, trying to get back into their reality, their universe. And talk about the origin story of this movie. Now, this movie resolves more around Miles Morales, a young boy who goes to this, this school, where you stay at, kind of like college. So he goes to a different school. He just transferred to a different school. And I'm not going to dig into, a lot of spoilers, but eventually, as we all know, he's going to get bit by a spider. And, stuff is going to happen. Like you've seen in the original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, when he got bit by the spider, had a reaction, couldn't sleep, had voices in his head, change in body. They actually add that in this film, and it actually works out pretty good. Now, back to the origin story. Miles Morales eventually gets bit by a spider, and gonna skip the spoiler, but Jake Johnson's character, starring as, the original Spider-Man in this movie, eventually teaches Miles Morales how to, be Spider-Man. And that's what I like about this movie is, Spider-Man teaching Miles Morales how to, be a superhero in the later life, when he's not around. So let's talk more about the cast members in this movie. Okay, guys, so we got Shameik Moore starring as Miles Morales. You may know him in movies like, our TV shows, Dope, back in 2015, Cutthroat City, and yeah. We got Haley Steinfeld starring as Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman. You may know her in the Bumblebee movie and movies like The Edge of 17. We got Jake Johnson starring as the original Spider-Man in this movie. You may know him from New Girl, and I think this show called Stumptown. We got Nicolas Cage starring as another Spider-Man in this movie, starring as the Noir. You may know him from movies like Ghost Rider. We got Brian Tyree Henry starring as Jefferson Davis. He is Miles Morales' dad in this movie. You may know him from the movie Child's Play. Mahershala Ali, starring as Aaron Davis, stars as Miles Morales' uncle in this movie. Yeah, so let's talk more about the action scenes in this movie. The action scenes in this movie are just surprisingly amazing, phenomenal, outstanding, and just a blast to watch. The main character starring as Miles Morales, first stars as this kid who, is a lonely kid, who is transferring to a new school. He feels alone, but as this movie progresses, he gets bit by a spider. Eventually, the action scenes in this movie are just, I don't know. I've never seen an action, scene, an animated film like this in a movie before. Him being, the new Spider-Man of the city was just awesome to watch. And when it comes to the end of the movie, the big battle of the movie is just I don't know, just mind-blowing to watch. It was shocking, and yeah. Okay guys, but if I'm going to rate this movie, I'm going to give it 5 stars and A+. The reason why I'm giving it 5 stars is because this movie was extremely entertaining. The visual effects of the anime was just mind-blowing. You know, the plot of this movie, with all these different Spider-Man, coming into this one universe, like Spider-Woman, the Noir, and, many more. The cartoon spider, just makes this movie even more entertaining. The colors of this movie, the colors around the city, when, everything starts glitching, it's just, fun to watch. It gets your adrenaline going. It's very tense. And yeah. Okay guys, well, if you're new to my channel and you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like this video, hit the dislike button. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. And I will get back to you with more movie reviews. Bye guys, and have a good day.